Now, the conditions most of this week have been pretty bad. Today it's been awful. And you had the worst of the weather when you was doing the shot put earlier on.
Yeah, it was absolutely bucketing down. I'd say probably a conspiracy against the Irish, unfortunately. My leg just kept slipping. I mean, I just wasn't getting my drive with my hip. I got a couple of fouls, pretty much just because of the weather. The leg slipping, I just got the fouls. But it was an average throw, you know, but sure, can't do anything about it now, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's very difficult when with these conditions, and you know, selection is due imminent. We hope, but you probably today needed a couple of good throws just to convince the selectors. Do you think that would have any bearing at all or not?
I'd like to think that they'd probably take the weather into account. I've had a good season up to now. Today, no, obviously, we didn't bring the A game. But hopefully when they sit down around the table tonight and tell me at 10:30, 11 in the morning, I get the golden envelope rather than please go home.
And the Irish Paralympic teams have really, I've noticed, been improving over the last few years, and across quite a few of the sports now you've got some really strong athletes competing for medals.
Yeah, I think as far as I know, we've got athletes going for possibly 10 events, for everything from athletics to powerlifting. I think a lot of it is due to the help we get from the Paralympic Council, as well as the Irish Sports Council. I mean, we get training camps, and we just get top medical advice, physio advice, training, eating, you name it. And I think probably in my time, my last Paralympics was back in Atlanta. I think back then it was maybe kind of an amateur game, whereas now it's just become really, really professional, and it's we're competing as professional athletes without getting paid as such, but we're getting the support from the Paralympic Council.
And that makes a big difference nowadays. Now, I was going to say to you, you touched on it there. If you get chosen, this will be your second Paralympics. Atlanta was a couple of years ago then, James.
Yeah, 1996, absolutely long time. 16 years and still on the go. I suppose between everything with loss of form, a bit of injuries, kind of a retirement, and I went into adaptive rowing for a little while, and then after adaptive rowing I've come back into the athletics and possibly go adaptive rowing again, maybe for Rio, who knows.